Can somebody who is hearing voices commit violence? Are there any well-known examples? As a forensic psychiatrist, I've assessed and diagnosed hundreds of people who hear voices, such as with a mental illness like schizophrenia. And I would categorically emphasize that not all individuals who hear voices are violent. Many people who experience hallucinations can live fulfilling lives with appropriate support and treatment. However, I specialize in mentally ill offenders, and my patients with psychosis often experience command hallucinations. And to me, this is the most significant risk factor that can lead to violence. So command hallucinations are basically what it says on the tin. These are voices that instruct or command the individual to perform specific actions, which may include acts of aggression towards themselves or towards others. However, I would highlight that the content of the voices is crucial. So voices that are threatening, that are abusive, or command the sufferer to commit harmful acts like stabbing somebody pose a greater risk of violence. And even if these individuals that are hearing voices, there are other aspects of their mental states that can influence how they respond to these hallucinations. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about specific factors like stress, anxiety, and substance abuse. So if you're already hearing voices, thinking about it, it's probably best to stay off that crack pipe, because becoming highly intoxicated can reduce your inhibitions and increase your general paranoia and make you more likely to react violently. I should also say that a huge protective factor is adherence to treatment. So consistent treatment with medication and with therapy can significantly reduce the frequency and intensity of these hallucinations in the first place, and obviously this would reduce the risk of actual violence. Additionally, those individuals who have developed healthy coping mechanisms for dealing with these hallucinations are less likely to act upon them violently. A good example of somebody who has reacted violently to voices is Valdo Calacane. So as you probably know, on the 13th of June 2023, he killed 3 random people by stabbing them in the streets in Nottingham. And then he sped through Nottingham city centre and he rammed his van into 3 random pedestrians. Thankfully, all of them survived. Calacane was hearing voices urging him to kill people, and he also believed that he was being controlled by the NI5 through sonic waves. Another example would be David Berkowitz, also known as the Son of Sam, an American serial killer who terrorized New York City in the late 1970s. Okay, that's me signing off. Frominus the Ominous Shahominous. Subscribe to my channel or I will come round to your house and I'm going to turn off your freezer. Everything's going to defrost. You won't know why. It's going to be hugely inconvenient.